Hey all. Um, what an adventure this week has been. An adventure or a nightmare? Yeah, kind of a bit of both. Um, so obviously today's December 15th, 2018. I was supposed to be fighting tonight on UFC Milwaukee. Um, my weight cut was going really well, and then at 3 a.m. yesterday morning, we'd just gone down to check my weight, and I only had a few pounds to go, and we were planning on catching the 5 a.m. shuttle to the sauna to go do the last of it. And I was feeling pretty good, you know. Um, I felt a little sick, but nothing like the cut for St. Louis, you know. So I was like, oh, I feel better than I have in the past, so I'm good. Went back up to the room, went to the bathroom, and apparently passed out. And my coach, Walker, came and found me and panicked because he thought he'd killed me, and took me straight to ER, and they put me on an IV. And then when I met with the UFC doctor, the fight got called off. So, um, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. I had some health issues earlier in the year, around the Page fight. I was actually really sick going into that fight and ended up doing a lot of blood tests and stuff, and there were some underlying issues, you know, that I thought, like, I took 10 weeks off after that and thought that I'd fixed them. Um, so I've got to go back this week and get some more blood work done and just see what is happening. So I don't really have an answer about that yet. As soon as I do, I will be vocal about it, you know, because I see, like, there hasn't been much negativity, but I've seen a few people, you know, saying that I didn't prepare properly or that I didn't diet well, but everyone on my team, you know, knows that as soon as I got back from the fight with Jessica I in Singapore, I was straight back on it, you know. My walk around weight was a lot lower than it was at the start of the Jessica camp. Um, Obviously, I quit drinking. Today is 5 months sober. And yeah, honestly, like, I thought I'd done everything right. There were a lot of fuck ups this camp that holes that I tried to plug as they came about. Obviously, leaving syndicate was part of it. And I still feel really, really positive about that decision that I made. Honestly, like, there's a lot more to it that maybe I'll talk about one day, but it just wasn't a good environment for me. Kind of the only thing that I can compare it to is like a really toxic relationship. It was just, I was getting to the stage where I just dreaded going in there every day. You know, I didn't feel like I was learning anything new. I hated training, you know, and I've never hated training. Like, I love my job, you know, but I was dreading every day. I was dreading going in there. It was a struggle. I had to physically force myself to go and train, you know, and I still did, you know. There were a few times I was sick during camp where I missed a few sessions, but outside of that, you know, I was fine. So I still stand by my decision to leave syndicate. Just, you know, the whole thing sucked. Like, I feel bad for myself, obviously, because it's Saturday now. It happened yesterday morning, and I feel really sick today, which is rad. But I think my body's just trying to recover and push everything out. But I feel bad for Andrea. You know, she's had a really tough year as well, and I know she was relying on that money. I'm just grateful. I got told that the UFC still paid her a show fee, so I'm glad she still got some money out of it, you know, and I've apologized to her personally and spoken to her about it. And yeah, I know people have been asking about whether there's a chance of her and I getting a rematch in the future. But honestly, like, I'm going to go back to 135. I've already spoken to my team about it. I've spoken to my nutritionist. I've spoken to Mick Maynard about it, and every single one of them is aligned with the idea that I need to go back to 35. And yeah, I've never missed weight at 35. I've never even come close to missing. I feel good at 35. The reason I went down to 25 was because of coaches that I had who were telling me that, I was too small to be a bantamweight and that I need to be a fly. But I've tried 4 times now. Obviously, I missed in my UFC debut. Um, and even though I took that on 10 days' notice and I got really close, like, that's still, I know it's no excuse. The next couple of times were really, really fucking hard. Man, like, really hard. And it was getting to the stage where my whole camp, like, my primary focus was just making flyweight. And this last camp, it wasn't, because I went straight back on it after Jessica, like, kept doing sprints, kept up my distance running, made a lot of lifestyle changes, and got my walk around weight down, so I was feeling more confident about it. And then started my cut, was feeling good, and then, yeah, everyone knows what happened. So that really sucks. Again, I apologize to Andrea. She's been so good about the whole situation. I'm very grateful for her and who she is, and hopefully she gets booked for another fight really soon. Yeah, back to 135 it is. So Saturday, I'll get back to work on Monday. I'm going to take the weekend, rest and recover, and Monday, 9 a.m. I think is my first session, so I'll be back at training. I feel like, I came into this fight week feeling really good, feeling really athletic, confident with where my abilities are. My weight is still good now, especially if I'm going back to bantamweight. So yeah, I don't want to lose this momentum. So I'm gonna keep working with Walker, going to 10th Planet, spending some time at Extreme, and then going up to CSA in the Bay Area and working with Coach Kirian. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm really sorry to everyone who wanted to watch me fight. I'm very grateful for how understanding everyone's been, and I couldn't do this without you all. And I love you all. Thank you.